Hey friends, happy 5 Minute Friday. I hope you are having a fabulous week. This week I actually got to celebrate my birthday and I took the whole day off. It was glorious, but I've also been wrapping up doing a lot of quarterly reviews this week with clients, and it's just so exciting to get back together once a quarter and see how much success that these women have been rocking in their chiropractic businesses. So my question to you today is, are you making your job harder than it needs to be? Now, I can go many different directions with this. We can talk about efficiencies, just on how you run your day and how productive you are, and how you delegate, et cetera, et cetera. But what I'm going to explicitly talk about today is when it comes to your money mindset and your chiro numbers in your business, are you making your job harder than it needs to be as your business owner? So here's some client examples. Now listen, if you're one of my clients and you're thinking, she's talking about me right now, I'm not calling you out. It's all a learning experience for all of us, and it's all a process. And I am so proud of the work and the changes that you have put in to be more clear on your numbers. But I can use some of these examples without giving you away to help others, right? So here's some examples. And I've literally just seen every single one of these in the past 30, maybe 60 days. Okay. So first one is meticulous spreadsheets. Now listen, I tell you right here, I have done this. I have been the one to just spend hours and hours and hours on spreadsheets because I'm just looking for like that one piece of information that's going to like turn on a light bulb for me. And sometimes it's just not there. Sometimes we have to get out of our head, out of our screen, get back into our business a different way, or get your validation somewhere else. So you can get so down into the details and into the weeds of these spreadsheets that you miss the big picture, okay? You miss the big picture that yes, you do have a successful business, you're changing lives, and you have a great career. Sometimes you're just looking for permission on something or for someone else to, give you a pat on the back and tell you you're doing a wonderful job. So that's the first one that I see because I know I have been there, I've done it myself. The next one I want to talk about is using the wrong app or like maybe the wrong software. So I've had clients that were disconnected a little bit with their accounting software like QuickBooks, but because they didn't know that skill set, they were using piecemealing together other apps and budgeting tools and things like that to try to see what was going on in their business, but it just was not giving them that complete picture. So, I have literally sat down, done a screen share, and walked through and done little mini trainings with my clients. Like, here's the basics that you need to know because it is your business at the end of the day. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a bookkeeper. I highly recommend you have those professionals helping you in your practice, but you also still need to know what's going on, right? Because that brings me to my next point. You don't want to turn a blind eye. You don't want to be like, hey, that's somebody else's job. I don't need to understand what's happening there as long as I hired that person to do that. Now, while we do want to hire that person, you still have to have a pulse of what's going on in your business because you're the one making the decisions, right? And you don't want something big, like some sort of fraud or something else like that to be happening. But we also, you're the one that's making the spending decisions, right? Or you should be. We don't want things to get out of hand and for maybe someone on your staff to not realize that you didn't mean to be paying for something for that long. So, all right, my next one is believing it's too hard. So what's your money mindset or your mantras around money management in your business and your chiro numbers, okay? What do you say or what do you think about, getting paid, paying yourself? I added on here, can someone else help you do something? Are you doing tasks that are not at not in your zone of genius, not at your level of expertise because you're too afraid to hire or get some support for what you need in your business, okay? So, and that just comes down to that mindset that you've just told yourself or maybe even told by other people that it's just too hard to try to figure that stuff out, so let's just ignore it, right? The next one is circumventing paying yourself. I see this creatively in a few different ways. We see this a lot in the Profit First community where you may be paying yourself, but you save all your money, on the other side for your taxes. Well, your business is the one that's creating the tax liability. We should save for taxes within the business, okay? Or I find where docs are hiding personal expenses in their business because they're not bringing enough money home to their family, okay? So let's move that line, okay? This is what I do when we're doing an assessment. We're trying to figure out where is that line of what divides business from personal, and we want to make sure that we are doing everything equitably to manage your cash flow in your business. And then the last one is playing small. Do you avoid setting goals altogether because you don't want to fail yourself, right? Or do you purposely stay low? You stay below a certain bracket so that you don't have to hit that next tax bracket, or you don't even have to hit that threshold of paying income taxes, okay? These are all warning signs that you're not clear on your numbers, you're avoiding them, and hey, maybe you could use a little support. So, in this picture, where are you feeling fitting in, okay? Are you curious about a system like Profit First? Are you just completely overwhelmed and you're like, I could not imagine actually implementing and doing anything right now because there's just too much else to do? Are you inspired? That's where I'd love to see you. Are you kind of ambiguous? You're like, yeah, so what? My business makes a profit. I don't need to know exactly, what those ratios are and, what my trajectory of my business is, okay? Again, status quo. Are you just like, yeah, I'm trucking along. We're doing fine. Business is great. Sure, whatever. Or are you all in, okay? This is another one where I'd love to see you. Are you all in on getting help and support in your Chiro biz with your numbers? If you are, please reach out to me. Have a great weekend, everybody.